I'm at the TouraTexas Rally and I had an opportunity to test ride 3 bikes. The Royal Enfield Himalayan 450, the Triumph Tiger 900 Rally Pro, and also the Honda Transalp. Now I'm going to give you my first impressions and let you know who I think those bikes are for. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to my channel. As I said, I'm at the TouraTexas Rally here outside of Burnett, Texas. It has been hot this weekend. My bike said 94 yesterday during a ride. It is the end of October. That is not what I expected. It's better than camping in freezing and raining temperatures, but it is steamy here. It's also very dry as well and dusty. But one of the reasons I came here was to test ride a couple of different bikes. I like riding different bikes. It's a good experience. So those bikes were the Royal Enfield Himalayan 450, the Triumph Tiger 900 Rally Pro, and also the Honda Transalp. Now the Royal Enfield and the Honda were 2 bikes I have never ridden before, so I wanted to see what they were all about. I have some helmet footage that I'll show with my impressions, and then I will let you know what I think about each of those bikes and who I think they're for. All right, Triumph Tiger 900 Rally. So the first impression is just sitting on it is just sit on top of the bike. You don't really sit in it, and it feels incredibly wide. And of course the engine is super smooth, and it's going to be responsive. These have nice engines. Balance feels good. Standing, I wouldn't make any adjustments. We'll see. There's supposed to be more off-road riding on these bikes. It definitely feels like a big bike. Just my legs are splayed out. They're not tucked in very well, just sitting here. This thing is a rocket. Holy crap. You can definitely feel the horsepower. Incredibly stable. Feels quick. This thing is fast. Wind protection's not bad, but because you sit on the bike instead of in it, doesn't provide as much. Wind is right hitting the top of my helmet. This bike wants to run. Wow. Get on the throttle and it jumps. Pegs are a little small. I mean, the only thing I need to change right away. Yeah, the seat feels wide. At least my knees are clamping into a soft part. Suspension feels pretty good. I would need more testing, more hard riding, but it's plush, responsive, rebound feels good. It doesn't feel like it's sitting deep in its travel as it goes through things. It's actually coming back out of it. It's a ton of power for off-road though. Way more than anyone would ever need.
And I think we're heading back. Off-road, it does feel wide. You can feel some of the weight, but the suspension, I'm really amazed at how good the suspension is on this compared to other off the showroom floor bikes. It stays high in its travel. It doesn't pack up in real chundery, chattery stuff. It has a ton of power. It's really easy to drift this bike with all that horsepower. It doesn't take much to break that rear tire loose, which, I mean, that can be fun, but it's a lot. This would be a beast of a bike to take on BDRs for me. I don't think I have all of the riding skills necessary to handle something like this. But it's definitely be a comfortable bike for doing long distance touring, to get to all those BDR sections like I did this summer. This would be a really fun bike to do all that on, because it would just cruise. And then when you get there, if you're not taking it too crazy, yeah, it'd be a very competent bike. It is big, it is heavy, it does feel wide. So I definitely enjoy riding this bike, but I don't know that I would, I wouldn't put one in my garage. I think the cost is high, even with heated seat, heated passenger seat. If I was riding 2-up all the time, I would definitely look at this bike. But as a solo rider, in the riding I do, I don't know that, as much as I like it and it's fun to ride, I don't think it would be the right bike for me. But it is cool.
You've probably already heard me say this in the helmet footage, that the Triumph Tiger 900 Rally Pro is a rocket. That bike just wants to run, and I think off-road it would be better if you can maybe tame the throttle, because that thing just rips. It is a very fun bike to ride, and as I mentioned, it's you sit more on top of the bike as opposed to in it a little bit more, but it is a really fun bike, and it has a lot of features with heated seat, pillion heated seat, heated grips, cruise control. I mean, a full suite of electronics. I think that bike is for someone who wants to do a lot of long distance touring and also wants to do BDRs, because it can do both. It's definitely going to be a comfortable long distance bike to ride. You set cruise, it has plenty of power. If you need to do a lot of passing, it'll be really easy to do. I think if you ride 2-up, that'd be a really great bike for that as well, because your pillion has a heated seat as well. So you really can't go wrong in those aspects with that bike. Now, it is a expensive bike. It's going to be one of the more premium middleweight bikes. It feels heavy, it feels big, but it's a blast to ride. It is a lot of fun to ride. I don't know how it would be doing some very technical off-road riding. If you're an average rider, it may pose some challenges just because of how heavy it is, but if you're an advanced rider, you'll have a blast on that bike. If you stuck to the end, I really appreciate it. Let me know if you've ridden any of these 3 bikes, what your thoughts on them are. If you have any ideas or thoughts of purchasing any of these 3 bikes, let me know why you're choosing to purchase those and what your experience has been with it. Remember, you can always make more money, but you cannot make more time. So get out and do that ride that you've been thinking about. Thanks for watching. Get out, do some riding, ride safe, and I will see you out there.